Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty crescent moon wreath. Stay tuned and I'm going to show you how to make it. Alright y'all, let us get started. First off, you're going to need a wire wreath frame. This is from Dollar Tree and it is the 14-inch one. I'm going to be cutting it with my wire cutters here for us to get our moon shape. And if you watch my previous moon wreath video, you already know how to do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut out two sections. We're going to cut out this section here, or whichever, and this section here. So you need to cut it on this side of this little bar right here, okay? Because the end of your wreath, you want it to be open. You want these four to be open. You'll see what I'm talking about after I get done cutting it. So I'm just going to use my wire cutters and I'm going to cut that section out. Okie dokie. So now this is what we have. And I know it's kind of hard to see. Oh my gosh, this table is full of crafts. But this is what we have. And this here is the part that I cut off. So I'm just going to throw that off to the side. So now what I have here, this is some painter's tape. My raggedy spool of painter's tape. It's been in this craft room forever. And it's got stuff stuck all over it. But anyway, now what you're going to do is take the end here and we're just kind of going to press everything together. And now we're going to hold it together with this painter's tape. This is going to make your life a lot easier. A lot of people say, well, I've never seen anybody do it with the tape before. I'm trying to make your life easier, okay? Just wrap it really well with the tape here. And what that's going to do is it's just going to hold everything in place so that you don't have to worry about holding it together as we're decorating it later, okay? You see how we did that? It's on me. See how we did that? Now I'm going to do that to the other end. I've got kittens over here playing, so if you hear racket, that's what that is. But anyway, I got this fat quarter. This came from Joann's, but you can find it at Walmart, pretty much any craft store. It is a 1/4 yard of fabric. A lot of people ask me, how much fabric is in a fat quarter yard? It's a 1/4 yard of fabric. And this is black. Now, why are we going to use this? Because what we're going to be putting on here in a minute is kind of sheer. And the fabric here is going to give us a nice base for the other thing that we're going to be using, okay? So I'm just going to cut it into strips. Now, kind of narrow strips, because as you start wrapping, it's a lot easier to do it with narrow strips than it is with the thicker strips. So here's my glue gun. I don't think it's quite heated up yet. Oh, it is a little bit. It is a little bit, just enough to get me started. And now we're just going to place this fabric right here, and I'm going to let that glue set up. All right, we're good to go. So now you're just going to take this, and let's flip it back over, and you're just going to wrap it and just keep cutting more strips. Just keep wrapping it until you get your whole frame covered. Like I said, that's just going to give us a more, because you see how this is kind of domed like this. I'm a lack of words today for some reason. What is with me? It's just going to help your next layer of supplies to look better. And you're not going to see this fabric, okay? But anyway, I'm just going to keep wrapping. And then I'm going to glue the end when I get to the end. And I'm just going to cut another strip and just wrap it all the way around. All right, so this is what I have. And you're probably saying, well, Amber, that looks rough. It'll be okay. Chill out. It'll be all right. We're getting ready to cover it up. So anyway, this is sparkle mesh. This is like tulle from Dollar Tree. Now this is like a spider web type deal here. And it was kind of hard to find a handful of rolls with the same color. See, this is, well, where is the end? Oh gosh. Oh, and there goes the glitter. See, this is silver. And then they had gold and purple. And I think they had another color. Can't really remember. But it was difficult to find a bunch of rolls with the same color on it. That's, again, why if you can put some fabric on your wreath frame first, you don't have to worry about finding nearly as many of these, because you see how that's going to look against the fabric. Now, if you did not have the fabric there, let's get a piece of this frame over here. Now, if you did not have the fabric on there, it would look like that. And then you'd have to have a lot more of this in order to cover it. So just save yourself some grief and anguish and just cover it with some fabric. So this is awfully wide. And when you're wrapping something, you know, with a curve to it and what you're working with is wide, it can be kind of difficult. So I think what I'm going to do is, just to make it easier on myself, now these, I do not expect the spider webs to be like really cohesive, or that where you can really see them all that well, because I'm getting ready to cut it. It's just utterly too wide for me to use as is. So I'm just going to be careful, and I'm going to cut it like so. And then I'm going to wrap it around the frame just like we did with the fabric, okay? Just like we did with that. And I will try to wrap it so that you can see the spider webs, but I don't know if that's really going to be feasible. So let's take a look at what we've got now. I want to kind of angle that, because we're going to be putting some flowers on here in a minute, and you're really not going to see too much of this anyway, so I'm not real concerned about it. But let's just go ahead and put some glue here. Like I said, I'm not real concerned because there's going to be flowers and decorations and stuff. But I'm just going to hold this until that glue sets up, which is kind of tricky with this type of fabric. I'm just going to hold it, and then we'll come back and wrap it. I think the glue has set up, at least enough for me to start working with it. Okay, so I'm just going to take my time and try to get this as smooth as possible. Don't worry if it's not perfect, because like I said, we're going to put some flowers on here, and it's going to cover up the majority of it. I just liked it because it was sparkly. And it's just going to add a little bit of something to our design here. Okay. And then I'm just going to glue that end down. Let's see. I don't think it really matters to me if I glue it on the front or not, because this is going to be covered. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue that, and then I'm going to continue wrapping with the rest. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Now let us get our bag of goodies here. I got all of this stuff at Walmart. I'm not going to use all of this on this wreath, but let me just dig out what I've got. Okay, put this bag over here. Now let's get some of this stuff off of here. So what I have, look at these leaves. Aren't they pretty? I got these leaves, like I said, at Walmart. Now this is going to be an indoor wreath. This is not going to go outside. And I don't suggest putting this wreath outside. So I'm not worried about wiring anything down. I'm just going to be using hot glue to attach everything. If you don't want to use hot glue, then don't use hot glue. But that's what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to pull off some of these leaves and some of these flowers. Now I also got, it says leaf pick, but look at this. Is this not cool? Also got that at Walmart, but let me take some of this stuff apart. Okay, so most of this is just like taped together. And I know there's glitter everywhere. Goodness gracious, is there glitter everywhere. But look, this just comes apart pretty easily. And then we're going to throw that in the floor because I need to come in here and desperately need to clean this up anyway. So I think I'm just going to start with some of these, and let's just lay it out however we like it here. I think I'm just going to use 2. So let's just glue this down. Like I said, if you want to wire yours down, go ahead and wire it down. For me, in my house, we shall use hot glue today. Okay, so I'm going to hold this down, and then I'm going to glue the other ones up top. Okay, so I think this is glued down. Now I'm just going to add some of these purple leaves. Let me get my flowers here and see. Look at these beautiful flowers. How beautiful. Let's pull their heads off. And then I will cut this off on the back. And then let's just kind of hold it down here to see. Okay, yeah, so those leaves will look good right there. So now let's just hot glue those bad boys down. Like so. Can you turn a little bit for me? And then I'm just going to glue this one on top. Okay, like so. I'm going to repeat that down here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So now let's take some of these leaves here. I think let's see, that one's kind of flat. If you have leaves or flowers that are like crooked like that, you can use your heat gun. Just let it lay on your heat gun and heat them up and press them into place. I know some people spray it with water. Just be careful if you do that, because a lot of times, depending on where you buy things, the colors are going to run and it will make a big old oogie mess. All right, so once again, I'm just going to glue a few of these down. I'm going to repeat, because somebody's going to say something about floral wire. I'm going to repeat, this is going to be an indoor wreath. That's why I'm using hot glue. Let's trim this off here. Let's see, I'm going to put one here. And then I'm just taking my time and really just pressing everything into place. And just holding it down until the glue sets up. So I'm going to put a few more of these black leaves on here and be right back. Okay, so these leaves are set up. Now, somebody's going to ask how many rolls of this sparkle stuff I used. I used one. When I'm working with ribbon or mesh or some, anything like that, if I use more than one roll, I'm going to tell you. If I don't say anything about it, then I used one. Or like when I'm making my yarn wreaths, people say, well, how many skeins of yarn did you use? One. If I used more than one, I'm going to tell you. All right, so now let's jump over here to our flowers. And let's see, the flowers, you can see here they're kind of rounded. So this might be a little bit trickier to get to glue down, but I'm just going to glue it anyway. I'm not going to drag out my floral wire and mess with that. So let's see. There's one, and I think all of the flowers on here, are they the same size? No, I don't think so. That was a big one, and it looks like here's two smaller ones. All right, so let's cut their little back sides off. I think they're different sizes. I could be making an idiot out of myself right here. No, they're different sizes. So here's a big one, and then here's the two smaller ones. All right, let's glue down this big one because I like this position. I'm just going to glue down this big one and then hold it in place till the glue sets up, and then we're going to glue on the two smaller ones. Okay, so now I'm basically just letting the glue sit here and harden up, and then I'll go back and, rearrange the petals however I like it. Now, and y'all have heard me talk about this plenty of times before, when you're using artificial flowers and you cut that stem off the back, a lot of times that loosens up all of the petals. If that happens, depends on where you get your flowers and what brand. If that happens, then you just glue the petals back into place, however you want to do it. But if that starts happening, don't worry about it. You can fix it. It's easily fixable. But I think I'm going to call this done. Now, I'm going to mess with the flowers a little bit more, like I said, and then I get a good picture. You've already seen it at the beginning, but I'll take another picture and put it at the end. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me on other forms of social media, links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I'll talk to y'all later.